Please leave that in.
Always go to the full screen on me first. Yeah. I'm always ready for it. Welcome to Chump Change, everybody. The post show where we talk about all the truths hidden behind the lies. I'm once again joined by the cast of Jack, Alec, Chad, and Kai, as we have a lot to talk about here. That was an episode. That was a weird one.
It was wild.
There was a lot of wrenches thrown in things. So many firsts. We had, pumpkin spice and 8-ounce babies and
half a
all
filthy
kinds of things.
cheaters.
Yep.
Filthy cheaters.
Filthy Chads.
I love Chad was doing it too, and I looked over at the chat, and they were like, "That is what the poster looks like."
I thought I had an easy all right, either Chad's gonna have it or he's not. I'm like, all right, I'll just ask him this, and I was like, okay, I guess he's.
And it was I was so ready for how did you get it, anything like that, and
I thought for sure the minute you asked him how many monitors do you have, you were like, oh, because he could be cheating. I thought that's the first thing you would have thought, because one monitor for this, one monitor to look at the poster.
I think Jack just thought more highly of Chad, I think is what it was.
Yeah,
that was
I assumed he wouldn't be a filthy cheater.
Sorry. I knew you were going to ask very specific questions.
I know the ones you're talking about, Chad, right? That have all the information at the bottom outside the theaters and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it would be close to the top.
The basketball right here.
That guy. You and your basketball, you love it.
I got a Team America one too.
So for pushing the envelope, though, Chad ended up being the only person telling the truth about the ginger gene that we heard about there. So let's dive into that one a little bit more before we go into the things we didn't hear at all. So you woke up twice during oral surgeries, 2 separate surgeries.
So every surgery happened? That I've been put under for as an adult, I've woken up in the middle of it.
What happened? Yeah.
So there was me getting my wisdom teeth extracted, and then also these teeth extracted. I had baby teeth till I was in high school, and then finally they were like, we just have to surgically remove them. And this part's kind of gross. Then they cut your gums, they peel it back, and they attach a braces thing to it, and then they attach that to the bracers, and they put it back over, and then it slowly pulls your teeth down. So that's where my fangs went. Yep. And yeah, both times, about the middle of it, I just be starting to wake up, and then I realized I'm and then there's a doctor over me, and their hands are covered in blood, and then they just look at me, and it's happened both times. You go, oh, and then they turn to the anesthesiologist, and then I'm just I have this moment where I'm about to panic, and then I'm God, then I'm out again.
Oh no.
Good God.
I'm about to panic, and then a man shows up with a giant wooden mallet, and
yeah.
So it happened to you twice. So the second time, did you warn them that might happen, or are you just it'll probably be fine?
No, because the first time I was I was a teenager, and also I was just I don't know, that's just maybe they didn't use the right amount or something. I didn't think about it until then. Once the second thing happened, I was oh, I bet it's that ginger thing, because nitrous oxide doesn't work on me.
Oh,
yeah, that's a true thing. That's legit. Redheads, they burn through that stuff quicker than other people. That's why it's harder for us to get drunk too.
Yep.
Hey, look at that. Hey. Oh, well, luckily I haven't woken up during surgery, but I get that drunk gene, so maybe I'm a redhead at heart.
You handle it well. You just get fighty.
We'll never know what it was. So the stories we didn't get to hear, though. So let's get to Alec later. Let's start with Kai. So Kai participated in robot competitions. So what was your role in the competition, and when did it go down?
So it's very interesting that the wording is participated, because I did participate in the building of the robot that participate in the robot competitions, but I didn't go to the competition itself. So the goal was, it was 9th grade. We had our engineering kind of after school activity, and me and all my friends were just let's go to robot club. So we built robots. We did the whole wiring, put them together. And it wasn't a robot fighting competition, which is probably what a lot of people thought it was. It was more so get a robot to pick this up and put it here, to build towers and things like that. So it was a lot of levers, pulleys, this and that. And I don't know what to say. We built robots.
Dang.
Very cool.
So, did you win any awards?
Cool.
Yeah. How'd your robot do?
Participation? Yeah. You participated.
Nice. Good reward.
It was a ribbon. It was a ribbon.
Got the old P.
Yes.
Participation.
Yes. Great
so
job.
It was a
you
choice
came.
between like Boston Dynamics
Clubs.
or Achievement Hunter, and he went with Achievement Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time you need me to build you a robot, I think I can remember all that from because 9th grade was 2011, 10 years ago.
We've been down this road before. Which it's funny because when you lied about the tweets, about the spicy tweet, and you said probably about 2013 is when you made it. I think 2013 or 2012 or 2013 is when I started using Twitter. It was around, but it was very new because it was like that was the year before I joined RT.
2013 so was funny thing is I lied very little today, actually. Like, I lied about everything in terms of where everything is. Like, example, the L plaque, that exists. It's at my friend's house. And it wasn't mine that I bought it. He bought it, and forever we always had it. It was great.
What's the bullshit about like being like, oh no, I don't have this. Oh no, it's a real thing that exists. It's just not in my physical presence. Come on now. Physical presence.
I mean, no, but I lied. In the store, I did lie. And then the habanero thing, also lied about that. I did that in middle school though, in 9th grade. And I did have a pepper stand. Everything happened in 9th grade. No, in 8th grade. Middle school was in 8th grade. Middle school and 8th grade. I had a pepper stand for World Cultures Night. Yeah, for World Cultures Night. I went to a magnet school where everyone had a magnet, which is very much so how in college you have a major, and my magnet was Spanish. So for World Cultures Night, we all had to do something Spanish related. That's how we got our like certain points to like get things. And me and 2 friends had a pepper stand where we were supposed to talk about peppers, but it ended up becoming, in middle school, all you care about is popularity. So people were like, we want to try the peppers that everyone's trying. And we did have milk next to us because people tried the habanero pepper and they died.
Jack is so upset.
And they're dead now. Well, hey, you know what, Jack? If you had gone with Kai on that one, I would have awarded you another half a point, but you didn't. You went with Chad.
All right.
So no half a point. But you know who you especially didn't go with? Alec with the pumpkin spice, this monster down here. Not only the pumpkin spice and the rack, but then his story for pushing the envelope was this like accidentally. Hang on, it's the wording on this gets me every time. I accidentally made someone lecture a suit of armor. What does that mean?
Yeah, please.
Why did you do it? I need to hear this. I know nothing about this story.
Okay, so I was working on a set on location, and it was a samurai show. So for people who don't work in the industry, on location means we have to bring everything out to wherever we're shooting. And this was out in the hills in the wilderness, and we had to cross a ravine to get stuff to the set. So at the end of the day, when we're breaking down, it's dark, and it's like nobody can see anything out there, and we all gotta bring all the gear from one side of the ravine to the other just by like handing it off. And we're all like tired and miserable from working all day. And then so one of the props is this giant suit of like samurai armor. And then once I got it across the ravine, I thought like, I'm going to put this samurai armor to work. So I set it up at the edge of the ravine, and I put flashlights in each of its hands. So there's a flashlight pointing like towards the top and one at the bottom of the ravine. So then if you can't really see it, it looks like there's just a dude standing there pointing flashlights in semi-random directions. And our prop master is at the bottom, like directing people, like telling people where to like do things. And he's, stressed and tired out of his mind. And then he just sees this person just standing there, just like holding flashlights and not moving. And he starts shouting at the suit. He's like, who's that up there not helping? Get down here right now! Stop just standing there with the flashlight. We gotta get out of here in like 30 minutes. We can't just have you. And this goes on for like 5 minutes. And I'm laughing so hard, I like can't catch my breath to like tell him it's not a person. So, and then he just said like, is that Sid? Sid, you piece of crap! You've been lazy all day! You need to get down here!
Oh my God.
So that
Like-
was when I confused the prop master into lecturing our samurai armor.
Getting
Dude, I can
mad
tell
at
you-
a suit of armor.
Yeah.
I can tell you, as a contestant, never have I ever seen a sentence and been, God, I hope I don't get that more than that scenario.
I was like, because Jeremy, you didn't say accidentally made someone lecture a suit of armor. You literally told me accidentally lecture a suit of armor. I was like,
Did I?
accidentally lecture?
Play it back, Nick, in the footage here.
very
Play the
confusing.
tape back.
Accidentally made someone lecture a suit of armor.
I wrote it down. I was like, what what does that even mean? And then Kai, like,
Yeah.
she had an explanation for it. I'm like, I guess
And
that
then,
makes
yeah.
sense because I can't think of any other way that would work.
Right.
Okay,
I
that's
had
great.
to, the thing
I'm
is,
like, oh.
my brain also wouldn't accept that prompt. Like, that's the only one I think in Chump where I've had to
Yeah.
open the envelope every time to
Constantly
reread
time.
it.
look at
Right, because
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't just say, oh yeah, that was this fact, or like word it some other way, like, because it was just so weird. We got that one. Chad got in here, and as soon as Alec joined too, Chad was like, God damn it, man. And he was like, son of a bitch. The other conversation we had before the show is, we get prompts from everyone. We get like a handful of them and a handful of items and all that stuff like that. And Chad submitted for an item your brandy dragon. Somebody
Yeah.
called it.
Yeah.
A dragon that
I
holds
didn't pick
brandy.
that.
I have a
Didn't take the
dragon,
brandy dragon.
of brandy. It's like this
Yeah.
big. And it's a glass dragon full of brandy, and it's probably the most frivolous purchase of my life. Did I need it? No, but I was like, it's a brandy dragon.
It's
So
there.
I bought it.
It exists.
Yeah.
And so Chad gets in and he's like, we didn't go with the brandy dragon. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And like, apparently the image got lost in Google at some point and like didn't get sent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't seen the brandy dragon. So there was a lot of brandy dragon conversation before.
We'll have to
For the
tweet
show.
it later.
We'll tweet the brandy dragon at some point.
There you go.
There it is.
But once again, Jack, Alec, Chad, Kai, thank you all so much for joining the second to final. Oh, there's the brandy dragon.
There
There it is right
it
there.
is.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Oh,
That is
Right?
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
we should have done that.
We should have used a
We
brandy
should have done
dragon.
that.
I'm
Should
glad
we
we
use
did
that?
it. I'm glad we did because we got Alex, and that was
Right.
just wild. Like,
Mind-boggling. It was
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling. We went with that A-cup coat rack over there.
I really
Rack
thought he
of
was
the
talking about his mother's like tits, and I was like, "She's that tiny? Oh my god!" Because I'm A-cup, and I'm like,
Ugh. All right, we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up. It's Jack, Alex, thank you all so much for playing along for that game. To everyone watching, thank you very much for being a first member. We really,
Hi,
really
Mom.
do appreciate that. Oh my gosh. We will see you next week for the final Chump and the final Chump change. We'll do a little send off there. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in a week. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.